All right, guys, how's it going? I've got my laptop here, so if you're wondering what I'm doing, so Pedro Sepulveda, this Portuguese football expert, put this tweet out last. Oh, it's not called a tweet anymore; it's called a post, isn't it? He commented immediately last night after the Sporting and Benfica game concluded. We were live on here at the time, and we addressed it at the time, but I know that some of you will not have been on the stream. So we're making a video about it. And Pedro Sepulveda, right, first of all, Sporting got a 91st minute winner against Benfica last night in an absolutely fucking brilliant game of football. I had the stream. I was streaming last night. I had it on like a little thing in the corner of my screen. Yeah, so I think from memory that puts Sporting top of the league, still top of the league, 4 points clear, with a game in hand over Benfica. Now, I put a video out yesterday, not a very good video because I was quite tired, but I put a video out yesterday about Pedro Sepulveda because this guy is making a right name for himself at the moment. And that cam looks a little bit wonky. Yes. This guy's got things right before, but he's also got things wrong before, right? He's a typical journalist, right? And the problem is that the fan accounts on social media, etc., that want to excite and want to believe and want to drag people in, they won't just say journalist Pedro Sepulveda from Portugal. They will say renowned journalist or highly regarded, you know what I mean? They big him up to make it. And if you don't know that journalist or know nothing about it, you're just going to take it as face value what people say, right? You're going to go, all right, okay, so he's the man we should be listening to. I think when fan accounts include that, highly rated, very trustworthy, that statement, we the reader, we should make our own mind up as to whether we want to trust them or whether they're highly regarded or not. Just be careful of that, right? Trust me on this. So, you remember Ben Jacobs when the Liverpool Football Club went up for sale? He absolutely raised his profile immensely by tapping into, I don't want to say the vulnerability of Liverpool fans, but he'd done it before as well with other clubs, and their fans were saying the same thing. He said, yeah, he said all this about our club, and then, gained a couple of 100,000 followers or something, and then it was wrong anyway. But then it happened with Liverpool, and he's now considered like, Middle East expert now for TalkSport, I think, or something like that. So he completely raised his profile during that particular time, and this is what Pedro Sepulveda's doing, I think. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I just think that when you're trying to raise your profile, you make more and more claims that might not be accurate. Now, as soon as the game finished last night, he said, this Sporting victory over Benfica today by 2-1 will speed up negotiations between Ruben Amorim and Liverpool. The Reds hope to reach a full agreement on the terms of his contract next week with the Portuguese coach. Why did a 2-1 win over Benfica, why does that speed anything up? It's complete and utter nonsense. Why did he not put that out before the game and say, if there's a win tonight, that'll speed things up? It isn't. It's because he knows, in my opinion, that Liverpool fans are latching onto everything at the moment, and the best time to put a post out to raise awareness or something is when Sporting has just finished their games or whatever, which is what he did. And Sporting fans see this as well, and it gets retweeted, and then it comes to our attention, and it goes global, right? Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry, but my coffee's going cold. But I don't want you to think that I'm hating on this guy, because I'm not. I'm just trying to explain. This is what I've seen over the years. 26 years I've been here. Not just on YouTube, of course. No, YouTube didn't exist when I launched my website. Neither did Facebook, Twitter, or anything else. Yeah, just saying. Most of these fuckers that leave me sarky comments were on potties or weren't even fucking born when I started Cop Talk with her, Remy. But I think I have a little bit of experience and knowledge with it. And he could be the man that reveals, something. He could be. He might be. But I don't see in that post that he put out last night any different to what I said to you a few days ago when I admittedly said, I have no idea, guys, but this is what I think will be happening. All right? And what did I say to you? I said to you, what I think will be happening this week, this is the week just gone, is that Liverpool right now will be trying to, work out pound for pound how much the release clause would be for Ruben Amorim, right? The contractual, the legal side of things, trying to work it out, and not just because they're going to necessarily trigger it, but just to have the groundwork done on these things, and they'll be doing that with everything, right? But I'm not telling you my sources tell me this is what's happening. No, I'm just taking a stab at the dark in the dark, and thinking that's what I reckon will be going on right now. And I see no difference between what that journalist said last night, football expert, right? Because he's just using common sense, isn't he, really? Do you know what I mean? And they just go, people will forget that tweet or post in a week's time. Not convinced is what I'm saying. Not convinced. So the thing is, why am I making this video? Because I know for a fact that some of you guys will come on here in the comments today, or in the chat room, probably overnight. I've not even looked yet. Or on the members. I doubt on the members website, because they'll be in the loop with everything. But people come in and go, Dunk, I've heard that Liverpool are hoping to have this contractually, the thing. What was it? Make sure we get the right words. The word contractual wasn't included. It was just to do with stepping up talks, right? But I like to be very specific. The Reds hope to reach a full agreement on the terms of the contract. There was contract, not contractual. The Reds hope to reach a full agreement on the terms of the contract next week. And people will repeat that today, but they won't know where it's come from, or they'll leave it out. So I'm telling you that's where it's come from, and I think he's clutching. I do. And also, guys, think about it. Well, what are we now? Mid-April? No, we're still the first. I guess we're just going into the second week of April, right? Next month, some people might think that we'll find out who the new manager of Liverpool is. Possibly, at the end of the month, when if it was Ruben Amorim, if it was Ruben Amorim, Portugal season I think ends on the 19th. They've got a cup final. It could, there's a Europa League final. All sorts of things, right? But we could know who the manager is next month. So to say Liverpool hope to have an agreement in touch, it falls in the time frame. It's obvious that that's what Liverpool were trying to be doing if they're trying to recruit him. And the key word is hope, right? I can't put words in someone's mouth if it's not there. It's not fair. The Reds hope to reach a full agreement. So if they don't reach a full agreement next week, he hasn't actually said anything wrong, has he? Because he'll say, no, I said hope. They hope to, but they didn't. I don't believe it, guys. I'm sorry, I don't. And like I say, he might come out with, might play a blinder. But the thing is, if you make so many predictions, at some point, you get one right. We could easily set up a Blag X ITK account and front it and put our hunches on that account, and people would think that we were in the loop, right? Just because we're using common sense and we have a bit of knowledge. Do you know what I mean? Now, if I get something that is genuinely from within the club or from someone that should be trusted, I always make it, I will say, like, this is where it's come from. Well, I can't maybe not say that, but I'll definitely, separate it, make it. Sometimes I give my opinion, and I make it very clear, this is just my opinion. If it's from someone, I tell you. So anyway, so what do I think is happening right now? I think Liverpool Football Club are going through the process of trying to work out what it will cost, how to trigger this clause, getting feedback from the Ruben Amorim camp, etc., etc. And then I think Liverpool will be doing that with other people as well, other candidates. But I still think that Amorim is the leading candidate as of the time of recording. There's nothing to suggest any differently. We know that, you know, probably 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago, sources close to Ruben Amorim said that he would find it very difficult to reject Liverpool. But you never know, it's football, isn't it? I don't think he'll reject us. Nah, he won't bottle it like Alonso. Scott cheated me up, Scott's watching. Rafa was right, Scott, Rafa was right. He's a pig. So, just be careful of what you read today, or when people tell you that they're hoping to do something. You see, keep an eye on Paul Joyce, born again Paul Joyce at the times, obviously Ornstein as well. My prediction for this week, or shall I say my sources tell me, my prediction for this week is that we will hear something on the managerial front, and that'll be, I don't know if it'll be a dedicated article, I don't know if it'll be a paragraph at the end of an article, but I think we'll get some this week, probably later in the week. Yes, because I think it's gone a little bit quiet from the Anfield side of things. So when I say the Anfield side of things, I mean like the journalists, Ornstein clearly not in the loop, or wasn't up to a few days ago. Joyce put out an article about Bellingham, which we're going to talk about that again in a minute. We spoke about it last night. Go and watch Born Again Joyce propaganda video from yesterday before you watch the one today. But I think we'll get something encouraging this week. I do. I think we'll see something. You might not see it. I'll see it. I'll bring it to your attention straight away. Okay. From full time last night in that game, Sporting versus Benfica, within minutes of that game finishing, that journalist is all over it. Like, so it was full time, and did Ruben Amorim see him at the stadium and go, he said, yeah, we're off for it, we're doing it now, yeah, we beat Benfica. I just want to look shite, man. Okay. I mentioned this in my morning briefing today. I had 2 comments left on it. There's some people out there, guys. One of the comments says, why are all your videos about the next Liverpool manager? We can only make videos or discuss things amongst ourselves about current statuses at the club. We were doing videos about sporting directors a few months ago, but we don't do them now anymore because guess what? We've got a sporting director now. So what the club are doing, or what the news surrounding the club is, dictates what we discuss. So give your head a wobble. The second thing, someone criticised me, said they were unsubscribing from my channel because at the very end of my videos, I say to people, if you want to get me a coffee, hit the super thanks button. Apparently they're offended by that. All right, they see it as begging. At the end of every video, this video is 15 minutes long. At the end of every video, I say, please give me a thumbs up, free. Please leave me a comment, free. If you want to buy me a coffee or a beer, you can hit the super thanks and get me one. Not free, optional. Read the video description. Join my newsletter, free. Join us in the chat room, free. And I also say connect with me on social media, free. All right. So, and they're bothered by one thing where I say, if you want to get me a coffee, guys, nice one. Cheers, thanks. Fully grown adult telling me they're unsubscribing. Fucking hell, I won't be able to sleep. So that's it. We're gonna do a video now about Born Again Joyce. All right, guys, please do thumbs up the video and leave me a comment. And I'm not even gonna say anything else. All right, read the video description. All right, guys, take care and have a great weekend.